Hello there, Ms. Shibley here with our end of unit review for skills. We are on lesson 23 today. Our I can, or what I will learn today, are I can segment and blend two-syllable words with up to 7 phonemes. I can read whisper with purpose and understanding. And I can answer written short answer questions about the story Whisper. So we're going to start by segmenting and blending our two-syllable words. And our first picture is a starfish. And our two syllables would be starfish. And then if we're blending it, it goes ish. And our black dot on our screen shows where our two syllables separate, so star and fish. Our next picture is toothpick. And our two syllables would be toothpick. So toothpick. So we have ick. And again, our black dot shows where our two words would separate. Okay, our next picture is of a bobcat. Bobcat. So we have b-a-b-c-at. Okay, and let's see where our words separate. So we have Bob and cat. Okay, and our next picture is campfire. So campfire, our two syllables would be campfire. So we have k-a-m-p. That time it had 4 sounds, and then fire. Okay, so we have 4 sounds in the first word, and then 3 in the second word. And our last one is eggshell. So eggshell. So we have egg-sh-l. Eggshell. Okay, and now it's practice time. It is your turn to go ahead and practice. So on page 23.1, you are going to write your name and the date, and today's date is June 1st, 2020. And on the front and the back side, you are going to go through and write the word under the correct picture. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the words, but I'm not going to show you which one they belong to. You're responsible for writing them on the correct line. So number 1 says prince. Number 2 says mouse. Number 3 says dancer. And remember, you could pause anytime you need to. Number 4 says rinse. Number 5 says knot. Number 6 says finger. Number 7 says knit. Number 8 says whale. Number 9 says scent. Number 10 says bounce. Okay, so take a break. And that means that it's time for you to stand up and stretch. And I like to stretch my arms up high and stretch this side and the other side. But you can stretch however you feel you need to. Okay, when you're ready, resume your video. Okay, so now we are on page 23.2, and it has the number 99 at the bottom. You're going to go ahead and write your name and the date at the top. So again, it is June 1st, 2020. And because it is a new month, we are going to spell it together. So J-U-N-E, June. Okay, and what we are doing on this page is for each word, you are going to circle and count the spellings. Then write the number of sounds in the box and copy the word on the lines. So I'm not going to circle the sounds for you. You could go ahead and do that, but I will tell you how many sounds there are. So knob, we have n-a-b, and it has 3. Then we have whiskers, w-i-s-k-ers. That one has 6. And of course, don't forget to write your word on the lines. Okay, then we have choice, choice. That one only has 3. And although there are more letters there, remember we are only looking for the number of sounds we hear. And we know that there are letter teams or letters that work together to make one sound. Ready? Number 4, blink. B-l-ink. That one has 5. Number 5 is the word scent. So we have scent. That has 4. Number 6 is the word glance. So we have glance. That has 5 letter sounds. Number 7 is the word grouse. Grouse. And that one has 4 letter sounds. Number 8 is the word hitch. So we have itch. And that has 3 letter sounds. Okay, when you're done, turn the page. Okay, on to the back. Number 9, hunger. Hunger. That has 5 letter sounds. Number 10, think. We have ink. It has 4 letter sounds. Okay, then we have the word house for number 11. So, house. And that has 3 letter sounds. Okay, then number 12, we have the word whale. Whale. And that has 3 letter sounds. And number 13 is whisper. So, whisper. That one has 5 letter sounds. Number 14 is knocking. So we have n-a-k-ing. That has 5 letter sounds. Okay, number 15 is the word cells. So cells. And it has 4 letter sounds. And number 16 is magic. M-a-g-ic. That one also has 5 letter sounds. Okay, now it's time for our story. And you can read along with me. But before we begin, we have our preview of our spellings. We have the ng sound made with the N, like thinks. We have the w sound made with WH for whisper and whiz bang. Then we have the n sound made with KN, and that's the word knit. Then we have a 2-syllable words, udder and bucket. Our core vocabulary for today are the words wool, which is the soft, thick fur of sheep. An example of that is my sweater is warm because it is made of wool. We have udder, which is the part of a cow, goat, or sheep that hangs beneath the belly and makes milk. So the farmer squeezes the cow's udder to fill the bucket with milk. Then we have plops, drops or places something in a heavy way. An example of that is the rain plops on the ground outside my window. Okay, ready for our story? Whisper. Grace and Jill like to visit the livestock contest. There are lots of fun things to do there. In one barn, they see a man cutting wool off a sheep. They feel the wool the man has cut from the sheep. It is soft. The man tells them that the wool can be used to knit hats and scarves and mittens. Jill gets to milk a cow. She likes to see the milk shoot out of the udder and splash in the bucket. Grace picks up a rabbit. The rabbit is cute with lots of fuzz. Then Grace sees chicks that have just hatched out of their eggs. She picks one up and pets it. She thinks the chick is the softest thing that she has ever petted. Are the chicks for sale? She asks. Yep, says the man. Can I bring this one home? Grace asks. She looks at her mom and dad. It's fine with me, says her dad, but you have to take good care of her. I will, says Grace. Mr. Spencer hands the man some cash. The man plops the chick in a box and hands Grace the box. In the car, Grace asks, "What should I name her?" "Snickers," says Jill. "Whiz Bang," says Mom. "Gem," says Dad. "No," says Grace. "I will name her Whisper." Okay, and that brings us to our discussion questions for today. Why is a man cutting wool off from a sheep? And that word should say sheep, not ship. Sorry about that. So the man is cutting wool off from a sheep so that it can be used to knit hats, scarves, and mittens. Number 2, what does Jill get to do? Jill gets to milk a cow. That seems like it would be very exciting. Have you ever milked a cow? I have. Number 3, what does Grace do? Grace gets to take a chick home. Number 4, why does Grace want to bring home a chick? And that should say home a chick, not homemade chick. Okay, she wants to bring home a chick because it is the softest thing that she has ever petted. Okay, and now it is time for you to answer some questions, and we're on page 23.3, and it says 101 at the bottom. You're going to go ahead and write your name and the date, and again, the date is June 1st, 2020. And our story at the top, where it has the title, says Whisper. Right? Number 1, what can wool be used for? Now we're going to rephrase the question. Wool can be used to knit blank, comma, and blank, period. So if you don't remember, you can go back to the story, and it is on page 72, and we can read it. It says knit hats and scarves and mittens. So you're going to fill that in, and it's again on page 72. And don't forget, you can pause whenever you need to. Number 2, why did Grace ask to bring a chick home? Grace wants to bring home a chick because she thinks it is blank. So think about how she described the chick. Why would she want to bring home the chick? You're right, because it is so soft. And the answer to that was also on page 72. Okay, ready? We're going to turn the page. Number 3, what are some of the name choices Grace gets from her mom, dad, and Jill? So we're going to rephrase the question and say the names Grace's family tells her are, okay, and then you need to try to remember, or you could rewind the video and go back to the page. It's page 74, where it tells you what names her family told her. Don't forget to end your sentence with a period. And because there are name choices that they told her, and their names, you have to make sure that the words that you write are capital letters because they are proper nouns. Number 4, what did Jill name her chick? And why do you think she picks that name? So Jill named her chick Whisper. I think she named her that because, and then you're going to write why you think she named her that. And I know that there's not enough space on the line, so you could write down below it or on a separate sheet of paper. And the answer to that is on page 74. Don't forget to send your teacher a picture. Great job today!